the Doll Circle, and today's our third installment to the Doll Chat video series that we're trying to do every week. This particular series we're doing is just picking out different topics and then talking about those topics in the toy and doll collecting community. So the one that we're doing today is going to be displaying and collecting and having your collection in small, confined spaces. Which means unfortunately, a lot of people have smaller apartments, smaller houses. They can't fit a whole collection in like a separate bedroom. So
kitchen corner.
So Robin's going to actually talk about some personal experience.
One shelf.
One shelf.
That's all I allow.
The struggle. So, as I've talked before, and if you see my collection spotlight video, I literally have my collection in the kitchen corner. Well, it's like a dining room, but there's no table.
It's just toys.
Yeah, just
toys are more important than dining room tables.
I eat in front of the toys. No. So really, it's just about knowing your space and knowing how to, like, you don't want to just cram stuff in there. It's like you want to use things that help display, highlight. My big thing is always go up if you can. Like, you only have so much space, go as up as you can.
We gotta do an updated collection video of hers because now hers is like up near the roof, which is fine because I mean, again, it's like you're working within your means, within your spacing. Like in our house right now, we have a room specified for the toys, which I know a lot of people don't have that option. Like when I'm looking for housing or places to live, I know the biggest room in the house is the toy room. I don't care where I sleep. The biggest room in the house is going to be the toy room. See, a lot of people, like I said, don't have that option. Some people just have a one-bedroom apartment, or if you're a younger collector, you just have your collection in your room, which unfortunately means shelving, and more shelving. So,
which is not a bad thing.
So let's hit up some of the points here that we got in better detail.
You don't need a bed.
Yeah, just think on the boxes. One point Robin already hit, which means collect and go up. So if you have, like in her house, she has a lot of the glass cases that you can buy from IKEA, and then she has shelving above that, and then some houses have like little, what would you call it?
Built-in trim? Where my collection is, it's like against like a pass-through window, and there's like trim, like a ledge, and I mean it's very tiny, but that fits a lot of little things on it, so there's the instant shelf right there.
Yeah, using the actual house as display purposes.
I don't keep, well, I can't say I don't keep anything, but a lot of my stuff is not in boxes, so that frees up room too. If you do keep your things in boxes, you can stack on top, box on box on box.
Yeah, yeah, and that shows off the box as well.
And our friend Michi's review, like on her top shelf, it's literally she's got like one shelf and then she's got more boxes stacked on top. She's got like 3 rows of boxes stacked on top of each other.
Yeah,
that's an option too.
Yeah, I've done that. We've all had to box it up. Use what you have. One thing is, like, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, like, I'm starting to even do that now, is putting things in bins in closets, which isn't good. My mom used to have a collector friend of hers, like, this is years ago, who unfortunately passed away, but she was that way. She would just keep buying and collecting, and then she would run out of space, and it would become almost borderline hoarder because she would have all of it in the closet. You don't get to see it. It's not being displayed. It's not being appreciated. And that's the thing I'm getting into now. That's why I'm trying to liquidate some of those stuff that I have to then be able to enjoy the toys.
Yeah.
You never know if you leave them in boxes, then it just gets silverfish crazy and nobody wants it.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, unfortunately with moths, like the humidity in Florida, like leaving things in closets is a negative thing.
Also, this is how I feel. If I'm gonna put money into something, I want to enjoy it. It's like if you have a cat, you can spend all your attention on your cat. If you have 50 cats, not every cat gets the same attention.
Yeah, that's
not saying, I mean, if you have 50 cats, that's awesome. But you know what I'm saying. You unless you're buying doubles to keep for collecting things, that's different. But if you're buying it and just throwing it in the closet, what's the point? That money could go to something else. So, I mean, that's just our opinion.
That's one thing, like, again, like, some of our topics may overlayer, like, last week's topic, which about budgeting. If you're buying so much, like, you're saving money to spend money on particular toys, in the back of your mind, remember, hey, I gotta have room for that.
Yeah.
And now you end up like me, and I can't show off my dolls because I have no room because I'm maybe budgeting for it, but I'm not budgeting for the space.
Exactly. That's part of your budgeting.
Yeah, that's one of my things is I collect a lot of smaller stuff. Like, yeah, I collect like pop figures like here and there, just ones I really like. And then I also collect the Legos, but I try to get the smaller ones. Like the microfighters I love because they're small and I can keep them, in a confined area. Because like, of course I want the I want the the AT-AT walker, but where am I gonna put it? I'm like, yeah, I want it, but I don't have the space to put it. But I know.
See, then one that goes back to my whole concept of sell something to get space to put something in it. Like look at all the toys that you do have and go, well, I like A, B, C, D, but F I'm not going to be a big fan of. I'm going to sell it to then buy a new one.
But then like say for instance like the Funko mystery minis, I love those. And there's certain series I don't really care for that much, but the series I do like, I buy them because A, they're small and they could fit in a small area and I enjoy them. But if there was
being collecting conscious is, I think, one thing that's important for people who have smaller spacing when they come to collecting. To me, like, what I like to collect, I don't care how big it is. Like, in this corner of the room, I have a 3-foot tall Ariel. I don't care if I was living in a closet, she would still come with me. But then I would know I couldn't have small toys. So small toys may work for Chase's particular collecting space. For me, I don't care how big something is. If I like it, I'm going to buy it. And I need that for my collection. So I feel like I'm going to have to give rid of something to then put that space in. So we're not saying like, oh, only buy small toys because you have a small space. It's buy less, maybe,
there's also a difference in like the things I do like, there tend to be a lot smaller. Like, yeah, if I start getting into like maybe like bigger Gundam models, yeah, they're a little bit bigger, but at the same time, they're not, a 3-foot Ariel either. So unless I decide I want like the 3-foot size Darth Vader or something like Carrot, because Carrot has a 3-foot like Darth Vader, I think like a Stormtrooper. So,
but she enjoys
those
for that though.
It's also like you could pretty much put a collection in any space, even if you have literally one shelf. Somehow you can work it.
I mean, for me, I moved my collection to a like a half shelf like this, like a half shelf. But before all my stuff was literally on my computer desk, like. Literally, like, littered, like, underneath my TV, I just had a line of toys, and then my front of the desk was just spotted with toys everywhere. So now, obviously, it's a lot more organized. I have it, like, kind of layered by their size and what you can see.
This is one thing I've seen many other collectors do, is building, risers, or building little boxes or stacking things, like, so you can have, like, all your dolls going one way and then stacking them up on little, like, shelves or risers within a shelf. Yeah. So it's shelving within a shelf to be able to appreciate your toys. That's
so like I'm gonna call it Delastic on this because I know on her like her collections or like the way she has her dolls, she has like I don't know if she made it out of cardboard or what, but she made like steps for her dolls, so her dolls are elevated. Yeah, right. Yeah. So. Yeah,
I've seen other collectors do that.
If you can custom build something, that's honestly great.
Be creative. Yeah. Be creative with your spacing. What other points do we have on there that before we start babbling on other things?
Be picky with what you get. If you really don't have the space, be more picky. Be like, I'm only gonna buy one of each character of Monster High. I mean, that's just an example.
Which is hard because like I'm a multi-collector, which like I call it multi-collecting, which means I leave some in box, some out of box. Like there's some people who like Robin has everything out of box. So she can fit more in a confined space because there's no boxes.
And I free them.
See, like, I like some dolls in the box because I appreciate the art of the box itself. Right. So I come into a lot of turmoil when everyone's like, just take things out of the box. But I like the box. So I have to keep in mind when I'm purchasing something, is this something I'm going to keep in box or out of box? Do I have the space for it if it is in the box?
Yeah, so for me, I like to take my stuff out of the box, but at the same time, I also keep the boxes, but... then again, I don't have big, but my box, like, say, like, my little Gundams and Pop figures, I don't have, they're not the size, like, a Monster High box. So, yeah, I can have, like, just a, like, bin or something just dedicated to having my empty boxes. Which also, if you, like, move or something, like, you can just put them back in that box instead of throwing them around and they get all scratched up. But, it just comes again about the space. Like, if you have the space to keep, like, smaller boxes like I do, then why not? But if you don't have the space, and you have like a bunch of empty Monster High boxes, like where are you gonna put them?
Yeah, I mean, just again, I hope some of our all these opinions are just opinions. These are just things that we personally do. So please don't take offense to anything that we're saying. If yours are like, oh, I mean, I have a small space, I want to collect big things. Yeah, I mean, it's just being more conscious and aware of what you're buying and remembering that you're gonna have to sleep next to it, like if you have no room for stuff.
I mean, if you collect plushies and you want to have a plushie pillow, then go for it.
See, also kind of
if I had 1,000 Pikachus, I would sleep on them.
They make a Pikachu-sized bed, or like.
I've seen that, a big bed. So, any last points you guys want to bring up, just really quick to wrap up the video or anything, or
enjoy your collection.
Enjoy it. Yeah, there you go. Enjoy it, no matter what space you have.
Yes.
And that's what I do. Like I have all my stuff settled up, and every time I walk into the toy room, it's pretty much the first thing you see, and I'm like, yeah.
You make that nice.
Again, comment below. Let us know some feedback. I mean, we do read all the comments. We do appreciate everything you guys say. Let us know if there's any topics that you guys want to see us do in the future. This is something that we're planning to do weekly. As always, check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're all working hard on there, posting and linking videos and things like that on there. Chase does a lot of the comment question answers on there. Like I said, we do read them though, so we do really appreciate that. And let us know what you guys want to hear us talk about in the doll and toy collecting community. As always, make sure to subscribe. Join us in our circle of dolls. The doll circle. Join us, please. I can't emphasize enough. We post videos every single day, so we really appreciate if you guys are subscribing. As always, thanks for watching, and talk to you guys in our next video, which will be tomorrow.